Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Healing Seer Tarot. And I'm going to do a reading for you today about what you need to know. Let's clear some energy, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I really want to grow my channel. It's just been busy these days. I have a lot going on. I've been divorced and just trying to fill my time, and it's just so hard to get a reading done. But I like to read for y'all, and I like to read for people. So let's clear the energy here, and then we'll get started. All right. These cards have already been shuffled and cleared. So let's do some oracle first to see what you need to know. Remember, this is a general reading, so not everything's going to apply to you. Whatever works for you, keep. Whatever doesn't, ignore. And, just hopefully this is helpful to you. That's the whole point of my channel, is just to help you out. So let's see what we got. We'll pull 4 oracle cards. Health concern. That could be anything. Weight loss, could be worried about family. That could just be the fact that you could be getting a cold. So we have voodoo, mature man, and health concern. So there could be an elderly person you're concerned about. When we say voodoo, it doesn't necessarily it has to be, at least in my opinion, it doesn't have to be black magic, but it could be this idea about somebody wanting to control you. That's pretty much what voodoo is, right? It's wanting to cause harm. Someone, you know, just not sending you good energy. And then we have entity attachment. Yeah, so this is just somebody who probably can't let you go. That could be someone romantic, that could be someone familial, which is family, or that could just be a coworker. This could be anybody. So I'm not really sure what this is about. So, or this could be you having an attachment to somebody. You could be wishing someone ill will. I don't know, but I doubt it. Most of the collective who come here, I'm not saying you guys are perfect, but you're definitely those types of people that just want a life of peace, and you would really want to be as happy as possible. Um, and you do your best not to create karma. That's really what I get a lot about collective. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw 5 cards here from this deck, and let's see what we got. Everyone likes to shuffle them, but I just like to pull the cards. There's no, there's no right or wrong way. I don't read reversals. The High Priestess. So you're very intuitive. You need to understand this. You are very, very intuitive. And when your gut tells you no or something, you could even be psychic. Listen to it, all right? You weren't just given that gift for nothing. Love, especially when it comes to love, okay? I know that we all don't want to be alone, and I know that we all really want to find someone to share our life with, and we're on these dating apps and stuff, but you have to remember, you can't just sell for anybody. You are someone special. Not everyone is the High Priestess, okay? Not everyone has these gifts. So we have the devil here, and this can sometimes be where maybe we like to have sex. That's the most obvious one. Maybe it's money. Maybe we're tired of struggling alone. We also have the issue of the fact that we could be jealous of people, right? We forget that envy can be this card. Often we say it's sex, but it could be envy. Maybe we're envious that other people have children or they have partners and they're married. It could be a lot of those things. But you have to remember that just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean that it will. It doesn't mean that it's always supposed to. Yeah, so here's the Aquarian energy, right? The star. Um, you really, you are embodying all of these, and the star is actually really good. This is hope. You're so filled with hope, and you're this intuitive person. It's so weird with all this hope. You're so stuck in this. Notice how these Wizard of Oz tarot cards, you're like in this black and white. You can't see what it is that you have to offer. That's really interesting. And then we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, I'll have it right. Yeah, you can't see it in a new way. You have all the right ingredients to be successful, but you're so stuck in what you don't have, and you're so stuck in not being able to see things. Instead of seeing it as the glass is half full, you see it as the glass is half empty. And what that means is you're always thinking that you're without rather than you have too much. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Spears. Yeah, you are really, you're defensive. You don't want to let anybody close. You don't want to let anybody in. You're afraid to. You're afraid to be hurt. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of all these things that have failed you in the past, but that's just part of life. You have to heal. And that may be why you have this energy attachment here. This is why you may... So you know what? I don't necessarily think that anybody is doing voodoo on you. I really think that you have this paranoia. Notice how, like... And not to say that you're paranoid, but there's this thought that, right, that nobody likes me or people never want to be nice to me and all these things. But the truth is, you're your own worst enemy. You don't allow anybody in, and so therefore people can't get next to you. And I'm going to tell you what, this is probably making you sick. You're probably stressing yourself out. And you probably have some older man telling you, like, hey, I think you're wonderful. I think you're great. You know, this could be your dad. This could be a coworker. This could be a friend, whoever. And this entity attachment, this could definitely be, you know, the green-eyed monster, right? This is what we have here. This is what I got. This could be you. You have an attachment because, you know, you need to cleanse your energy. You need to, you know, use some holy water or some sage, and you need to get rid of that envy and move on with your life. You have something to offer the world, even if it's not at your doorstep yet. You have wonderful cards here, but these cards, I feel like these are very self-inflicted viewpoints, right? Obsession and then playing the victim. Let's clarify these. The High Priestess. We have the Eight of Pentacles. You're actually a very, very productive person. Some of you could be well off. Some of you could have a stable job. Some of you know how to handle money well. Some of you know how to go make good money. But you are someone who is a master at your craft. And even though you're successful in that way, you still do not give yourself enough credit. The Ace of Cups. The Eight of Swords. Anytime someone shows interest in you, I feel like you self-sabotage. You automatically think it's too good to be true. No, this person doesn't like me. No, they're not good enough. Or maybe your standard's too high. But this is you binding yourself and restricting yourself from being open to love, even though you say you want love. Okay, that's kind of what we have here. What is this obsession that we have? The Three of Pentacles. So, this is where I feel like this is where I feel like there's envy or jealousy here, because you make good money, you're the High Priestess, you're probably an attractive person, and you're like, why isn't no one looking at me? If I have all the ingredients of someone who makes a good wife or a good husband, why is no one looking at me? Why can't I get people to want to celebrate with me? And therefore you go into this jealousy and obsession. What is the Star? Oh, yeah, I was right. You're very stable. We have the Nine of Pentacles. You're like, I've achieved a lot of things that I wanted, or I've overcome a lot of things that I've wanted. I have stability in my life. I am hopeful that I can find someone. And even though you've worked hard to reach here, you want everything now. But I want you to think about how long it took you to get here. And I'm not saying that love would take that long, but I need you to be aware that even if you find someone, it still takes a while to get to know someone. You just can't marry the person that you think treats you well on a couple of dates. Love takes time, and you really need to see who the person is. And this entity attachment could also be you clinging to people. You could be very clingy because you just want it now, and that could be a turnoff on some people. This could be a romantic interest up here. The Hanged Man, Nine of Cups. Yeah. Here's the interesting part. You're actually very stable emotionally, but you keep wanting to tell yourself that you're lacking. Collective, how come you're doing this to yourself? You keep looking at yourself like you just aren't good enough, and yet you're the High Priestess, you're the Star, you have the Eight of Pentacles, you have I'm sorry, this is the Nine of Pentacles, not the Nine of Pentacles. But either way, right? This is someone who's stable because you make stable decisions. You don't rush into things, okay? Even though you want it now, it's funny when it comes to your finances and things, you tend to go slow, but when it comes to love, you want to rush. And then we have the Nine of Cups. You're actually very emotionally stable. It's just this idea that you've got listen, no one's perfect. It's okay. We all get jealous sometimes. But you have to remember that just because you don't have anyone to come home to yet, or you don't have children or something, doesn't mean that you failed in life. We often don't realize that the things that we want may not be for us at that moment. Doesn't mean we may never get them. But a lot of people despair in that. That if I just had this, life would be perfect. No, it won't be. We have fooled ourselves time and time again thinking that kind of BS. Be patient and live your life and be happy, and I guarantee you that that's going to attract something of your worth, something of your attention, something to make you smile. I want to see what this Three of Pentacles is, because this is the jealousy. I just want to clarify it some more. Yeah. Seven of Wands. Seven of Swords. Oh, I thought this was the seven. Either way, you feel betrayed. You feel as though you're always having to like be preemptive, or otherwise something bad's gonna happen to you, and that's what we have here. Seven of Wands. Very defensive energy here, right? That's what this Eight of Swords is coming out. Very defensive energy. It's weird for you being a Nine of Cups. There's not a lot of cup energy minus this love one here. I do not. I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna pull another card. What is this? What is this Ace of Cups with this Eight of Swords? What is this? Queen of Wands. Okay, you're in a very attractive person, and your beauty attracts one type of person. This could be male or female. You're a very attractive person, and excuse me, it's not bringing the quality that you want, and you just don't understand. Like, what's the point of being beautiful? What's the point of being handsome if I keep getting betrayed? So all I can tell you is be patient. You're like, I've been patient. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Be patient, because when you rush shit, it's like cooking. You're going to ruin that damn meal. And at the bottom of the deck, another Ace of Cups. I think love could be coming, but you're delaying it with this envy, with this lack of being vulnerable. The price of love is that you can be hurt, but you've got to put yourself out there. Don't settle. That's what I'm getting from this. Do not settle. Do not. You will regret it. But make sure you're specific in what you want, okay? Like, be as specific as possible. Tall, dark, handsome guy, or busty, beautiful woman, thick, whatever you want. You've got to be specific. You're not going to get specific, like exactly what you want, but the universe will be better to know what you want versus just sending you someone to fall in love with, and then you have problems. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. I hope this puts you a little bit at rest and helps you be a little bit patient. Please like, subscribe, and share, and please comment below about anything that you found in the reading that you liked. And I'll see you next time.